All right. And we are live. We are live.
There we go.
What's up, brother, man?
How you doing?
Missed you, man.
I know it's been a while, man.
Haven't seen you in a good little minute.
It has, man. I think both of us have decided to go into two paths where we just stay constantly busy.
Yeah, dude, how can we start it off, man? I remember when I first met you. I think I was like 16, man.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
Very long, man.
That was like 12, 13 years ago going on. And what I remember about you was you always pulled all the fucking bitches. My first recollection about you. I don't know if you remember. We went to a party. I think it was like, my brother and everybody else, right?
Yeah.
And my first memory of you. Well, my first memory of you was at the apartments over there in was it the Outspan?
The Outspan condos?
Outspan, man.
Okay. Man,
that was a long time ago.
I think that's right when they opened up the very first time, yeah.
Now, what I remember was there. That's when I first met you. But my first recollection of you was we went to a party. We were walking in a party.
Yeah.
And I remember this hot ass white girl was like, there was a lot of people outside, and this hot ass white girl was walking out, and then she was walking past us, and she stopped, and she looked at you, and she was like, "Damn, you're cute." That was my first thing of what I remember about Fabela.
Oh,
and ever since then, I was like, I need to hang out with this guy.
Well, there you go, right? And just to say that history proves it all, that we always find each other again,
That's the truth, man, because since then, I mean, a lot of stuff has happened, right? So I was 16. I don't know if you haven't had your daughter yet. I think it happened a little after that.
Yeah.
And then, and like I was super young, and then I think what started up again between me and you was when you got that house.
Okay,
You had that house over there off of West Avenue.
It was West Avenue on Gilbert Street, I believe.
Gilbert Street, that's right. I remember some crazy fucking parties over there.
Oh, yeah, man. I think I was still young. I was still in college. And then I think my brother, Manuel, me and him got together. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, it was a big house, big yard. It was
player, man. I remember the den had a fucking projector.
Oh, yeah, man. I always had a little thing about, like, the houses need to have a man cave. And when I walked through that house, I looked for the kitchen. I looked for a big backyard.
The backyard, the pool. I remember the pool.
And then I said, I want to study in a man cave. Study because I was in college, trying to get that radiology degree at the time.
Oh, yeah.
And then the man cave, man. I always said, man, every man needs a man cave. Believe that or not. I try to make that fit.
For the man, but it's for the memories that you have in there. It was your man cave, but I made a shitload of memories.
Oh, yeah, man. Everyone did that. And by the man cave, I mean, it's somewhere where, like, the family can just get away from there. Just rest and just relax, man. It's when you go in there, it's like, it's going to be a bar. It's going to be video games.
Yeah, there was a bar.
Video games,
a couch,
screens.
A big-ass projector.
Yeah.
I fucked so much on your couch,
man.
Oh, man. I don't know if you remember, man. I'm pretty sure you probably walked in once or twice when I was laying down on there. But good fucking times, man. Those are the things. Those were the memories that made our youth. You know what I'm saying? A little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Most definitely, man. Like when you go through a youth, man, you're like stick with the in crowd, man, and just continually going through school. Continue going, getting your degree, continue like just getting in the house, getting married, and just continue living life and just living on just that main street. You know what I mean? Most people do it, honestly, I believe so. And it's not a bad thing. But then you have some of those other people who just want to, steer away from that path and see what is outside of that path. You know what I mean? And
I think it comes with maturity.
Yeah.
It comes with life experiences. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think. Like, for me, the catalyst of my story was my son, man. Whenever my son was born, I think that kicked it into high gear. But at the same time, though, and I think it happened in a good time. I was 24 but I think that if I hadn't done the shit with you and everybody else when we were younger, I think I wouldn't have gotten that out of my system.
Yeah.
Because we were well. I know I was young. I know
Yeah.
because I was hanging out with y'all. Y'all were
Mhm.
like 4 or 5 years older than me, and I felt like it's necessary, man. Everybody got to
It
go
is.
through that shit.
It is
Everybody has
extremely
to.
necessary. I believe, I totally, in my own opinion, in my perspective, I believe that when you're younger, you should live, laugh, and see the world for what it is and how it is, and make mistakes, man. That's the time to do it. Of course, within boundaries, but go out there, man. Have fun. Break hearts, man.
I agree.
you
And I
know?
was talking to one of my buddies earlier today about it, where like because he's a father as well, but just like you, he has a daughter, and we were talking about it, how the differences is, right?
Yeah.
For a guy, for a man, or becoming a man, you break hearts. You date different women. You got to see
Yeah.
what's out there, and in my mind, I feel like my son has to go through that as well.
Of course.
Because if my son comes up to me and tells me, Dad, I'm 21 years old and I'm gonna get married, I would always respect what my son would want to do,
Mm-hmm.
but that's where being a parent comes into place, and you wanna
Yeah.
tell him, like, I wouldn't do that if I were you,
Mm-hmm.
because you have so much life to live.
Exactly.
Like, can you imagine? Because people say that you're legally an adult at 18,
Yeah.
but can you imagine how different your mind works at 18 and 28 and the
Oh
10
yeah,
year
man.
difference?
Most definitely, man. I remember when I was 18 on that, man. I thought I knew everything because I moved out of my mom's house, man. I had that townhome, everything like, yeah, this, and all I did was drink, get drunk, and go to college, And every day I had like a 40 of me.
And I feel like you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to go through those things. You're supposed to fuck up. You're supposed to go through those heartbreaks or heartaches and make those dumbass mistakes in order for you to get to where you're at. Because if there's some people that I know that were, straight A students, did everything well, went to school, went to college, graduated at 24, did everything, but they're like socially awkward. They're real different. Like they're not like me and you. Like they haven't experienced those things. Not that it's wrong. I'm not saying that it's wrong, but what I do think is that like if I shelter my son too much, I feel he would be that way. Like we've been through a lot. There's a lot of shit that molded us into how we are, right? But and I would want my son to go through those same trials and tribulations, because I think, like, to be honest, I just feel like you won't be raised as a bitch. Like, you're not a bitch when you grow up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it toughens you up a little bit to like I said, make those mistakes, get that heartache. You understand what happens. You got to go through that shit young. You got to get fucked up and be hungover at work the next day. You got to go through that shit. You got to, make that dumbass mistake of getting back with that one ex and being like, fuck, like, I don't miss this person. I just miss the idea of us. Like, you got to go through that, because if not, you're going to grow up.
Yeah.
And you're going to have regrets. You're going to be like, fuck, I didn't live life.
Exactly.
And that's one thing that I know that me and you could say that we didn't, because we've been through some shit.
Exactly, we have. And like you said, you're definitely about the regrets and the resentments and all that. And you don't want to live like that, man. The wishing that you did this, wishing that you did that. And it goes to with my mom. Like, I love my mom dear, you know what I mean? I moved back home to help her with a lot of things. And I decided, like, it is right. It's a time and age where I should help my mom now, because she helped me through my life, help my mom, my grandmother, and everything. And she got pregnant at a very early age, had 4 children, all grown now, I was the second one born, and she never had that life to venture out besides just work and taking care of the children, work and taking care of the children. And she didn't get the chance that I got, like traveling, seeing other places, doing crazy vacations, things that my mom sees through the eyes of just me posting pictures here and there.
Yeah, she lives vicariously through you. But exactly. I guarantee you she's happy for you.
Oh, yeah, she loves it. She's like, happy, and she's great. Like, she's even still watching me at the moment right now, trying to, better up the bar that we're just barely about to open up. And I did not see how happy my mother was until, like, last year when I decided, I'm like, Mom, you need a vacation. You know,
Yeah.
she's been wanting to see my grandfather out in California, and you know, so I said, Mom, you're going. You know, you need to go out. You need to get out of San Antonio at least once or twice in your life. You know, so you know, we sent her over there to California. She spent about 2-3 weeks over there, and my grandfather showed her everything as much if anything as possible. Like over there by San Francisco, all the Bay Area. They even did a little bit of traveling back and forth. You know, down you know, California, and so I remember still that day when she came back, and she just smiled, and she was like, "Mijo, you know, now I know why you just constantly
Yeah,
travel."
and it's so funny because I was also talking about that earlier too, about how you know, you're living your life, but I think for me personally, like just what you said with that, I think experiences mean the most right now.
Yes.
And not only that is it's culture, man. You don't know how many people I talk to or I come across that don't have culture. And what I mean by that is talk to somebody right now, meet a guy or girl that are born and raised here and ask them where they've been, the furthest that they've been. You know, Houston, Dallas, you know, whatever the case, somewhere in
Austin,
Texas,
San
Austin.
Marcos.
That's it.
Yep.
And it wasn't until recently where I started going to different places, you know, California, you know, New York and Florida and all that, where I saw different people, different foods, different personalities, mannerisms, and I'm like, man, dude, and I was stupid to think that my soulmate would live within a 40-mile radius of
Exactly.
me. You know what I'm saying? Like, looking at that, I really think to myself is like, man, there's a whole world to see.
There is.
And for me to be like, so, you know, like really just thinking like, oh, you know what, I'm just content being here. Like that, to me, people like that are like, get away from me, man. Like I need to go out, I need to grow, I need to meet new people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and then going on to that, like, you're single right now, right?
Yeah. Single.
Okay, so because I'm not really too sure. Like, there's always I see your social medias. I don't know what's going
No,
on.
man. No, actually, man, the people know when I dated someone. You know what I mean? I'm a very busy person, man, and then I really don't like to invest my time into something unless I know it's for certain.
Yeah, man.
That's something that I have against
so
me.
important.
Time, man. Time is so like stressful to get. You know what I mean? And once you
you.
lose it, you can get it back.
I tell everybody that time is the most valuable commodity.
It is.
Money is nothing. You spend $10 right now, you can make $10 back.
Exactly.
You spend 10 hours right now, you're never getting that back.
No, you can't.
So I agree. That's 100%
Yeah.
true. And like I said, that also in my view is that that comes with time, that comes with age, because
It does.
I didn't think about that earlier. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, like I'll talk to somebody and in my mind I'm like, I wouldn't marry this person. Not to get all ahead of myself, but in my mind it's like, I wouldn't marry this person, so why am I wasting my time? You know what I mean? Like, I'm down to have fun. Like, you know, let's go grab a drink. Let's go have some food. But if I'm not going to marry you, then I really don't see nothing. I wouldn't take it serious. Let's just say that, right? Now, because that, and I say that because for me is, like I said, going back to the whole culture thing, like if I feel that I can meet somebody, right, that is gonna fit well with me.
Yeah.
I personally, just because I've dated a lot and I've been through a lot of relationships, I don't feel that I'll find anybody that I'll be genuinely interested in San Antonio. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Because I've been to so many places that I feel like their upbringings, their culture is a lot different, right? I don't know how you feel about it, but that's just how I am.
No. Actually, I agree. I totally agree. There's a lot of times, you know, actually several times that I've dated someone out of state, you know, or I've dated someone out of the city, you know, and it's just, it's you know, I guess it's just like the norm at times where people are just like, oh, we have to date someone in this city, or oh, I have to date someone that I really
like a
that
convenience
I know.
thing.
Yeah,
like
to me, I feel it's more like you said. Yeah, it is more. It's a convenience for them. You know, they want to take the easy way. Like, okay, we have a lot of things in common. I must like you enough to get with you, and then all of a sudden they get with this person realizing like, oh,
Yeah,
You know what
like
I mean? It's not
they
gonna work.
try to make it work.
They try.
Like they settle. I think that's the issue. They settle.
Yeah.
A lot of people are unhappy, divorced. That's why half of divorce, like
Over and
half of
over again,
marriages,
man.
end up in divorce. And not to say, because first off, I'm a person, I don't believe in monogamy. Like monogamy is redundant to me. Like if you're with one person your whole life, that's good and great if you can do that. But we're not built that way. You know what I'm saying? We're built to spread seed, man. As a man, like biology is like we are fucking producing so much fucking sperm. We want to pump it out everywhere, and it's not just because we just gotta pump it out. It's just that's just survival instinct. That's how we are. So I don't believe in that. Now, also saying that I do believe in falling in love with somebody, but I don't believe like in love. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause let me ask you a question. I want to ask you a question. Do you believe you can love somebody and love them for the rest of your life, but not like and I'm not talking about like a family member or a pet or a child. I'm talking about one other person. Your opposite. Do you think that you can love somebody, but let's just say it didn't work out, y'all broke up, y'all divorced, whatever, and still love that person the whole life?
Me in general, like honestly, if you want to get down to nitty gritty, I believe there's all types of love to begin with. Like, you know,
I agree with that.
A type of love that you love your dog.
Yes.
A type of love that you love your child.
Yes.
A type of love that you love your significant other,
Yes.
your wife, your mom, your grandmother. Like it's just, I just feel it's different shades of love. But me in generally, I believe, honestly, it even gets down to the sexes. You know what I mean? I honestly believe that women love hard each and every single time. You know what I mean? But they're able to love multiple times and change every time for their partner.
Okay, that I agree
You know
with.
what I mean?
But because I agree with that statement, that's why I say, because I don't believe in love.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that right now. I don't believe in love because, and I'm saying this because, if I love you, right, I would do anything to be with you. If I truly love you and I care for you, right? So if I tell you I love you, that's because I love you, and I would do anything for you.
Yeah.
But if, like, people cheat on each other, people fall out of love,
Yeah.
people do all this and that. So how can you love? So how can people say that they love somebody, and then like not go to the extent of actually showing that love? You know
exactly,
what I mean?
and that's where it comes from. I said it's different shades of love. Like a woman, like again, I would go back to them. Like they put their hearts and soul into every single dude.
Emotional.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they're built to be emotionally more unstable, honestly, than men. Honestly, and
not to generalize women, because women are different, just like men are different. But
course. Yeah.
in the whole, generally, yes, women are emotionally unstable.
Yeah,
that's why we can't have women presidents. We can't have women. I don't believe women in I know I'll get a lot of shit for this, but I do not believe in women being in higher positions, because they base a lot of their actions and a lot of what they say off of emotion. As a man, they wouldn't really do that.
Yeah. When going towards man, you know what I mean? I fully believe that a man can possibly only love entirely once. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when men, they want to be more macho, more machismo, and they're like, no, I don't like that, blah, 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 you know? Boys that cut on them, stuff like that, get out, nah, I don't love her, and then boom, when they're gone, you know, they go and get all cuddled up and all that. But I believe that men entirely, just like, they were like love you in those different shades of love and stuff like that, or will give their entire heart and love to one person. And after that, man, if it doesn't work out, it's hard.
It is
for them to love again. Have you ever seen what happens to a man after a breakup?
Yeah, like
when they entirely love a woman.
There's
compared to a woman loving a man. Entirely?
Yeah, there's like memes where like there's like man, like there's like a guy. It's like, girl, He's like, I cheated on you, but don't cheat on me back because I can't take that shit.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
truth,
and it is women. It's starting, it's tears. Oh, blah blah blah. I can't do this. Blah blah. Boom. 3 weeks later, 1 month later, another relationship.
Yeah,
Like, woman,
yeah.
you just told this dude you wanted to marry him.
Yes.
You just told this dude you wanted to have his child.
Yes.
And now you've broken up, and you're telling me that you fell all over again in love in less than a month.
That's my point. That is my point. That love doesn't exist, man.
Like me, I can't do that, man.
Yeah,
when I actually date a woman, I want to date her. I want to woo her. You know what I mean? I want to court her. I want to take her out. I want to show her, like, you know what I mean? Hey, I like you. I genuinely like you. I'm fond of you, and I want to go and date you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And I will tell them that. You know what I mean? Because I feel the need to tell you, I'm fond of you. I want to see where this can go. But when I put all my hard work into that, and then all my time, and then we get together eventually, or something happens like that, it does not take 3 weeks. With me, it can take almost more than even to a year to 2-3 years. Why? Because I want to see if this is genuine. You know what I mean? I know, I like you too. Okay, let's start talking. Okay, let's start dating. Okay, and then boom, fall out. Like you said again, that falling out of love like real quick. Like, nah, I want to see if you'll stick around as much as I'll stick around.
That is my point. That's why, like, that said it's so perfect because, see, like, I understand myself. I'm very self-reflective. I'm a motherfucker, man. Like, I'm hard to love, but when I love hard. That's what that's what I tell people because, like, I'm not gonna give my all to somebody. Like, I'll give them my attention, my affection to a point.
A point.
But my thing is, like you said, it goes back with the timing investment. Like, if you're investing in a person, but my thing is, you don't know what you're getting at first.
No, you don't.
So if you're talking to a woman, and you like her, she likes you, right? Whatever. But you don't know fully where she's at. She could just be like, well, she could be where you're at. Let's just see where things go. And then slowly it can progress. Or she can just be like, you know what? I just got out of a bad relationship. This guy's a good looking guy. Let me just have some fun with this person. And then a couple weeks down the road, my ex is going to hit me up and he's going to apologize. And I really love him. And I might give him a second chance. Like, you don't know what you're getting.
You really don't.
You don't know what you're getting. But it all ties back to, I don't believe in love, man. I don't believe in love. Like, I don't believe you can love multiple people. Love is love, dude. Like, I love you. That's it. Why wouldn't I do anything in the world to marry you, to be with you, to have kids with you, and spend the rest of my life with you? Like, that's why marriages don't work. That's why divorce is so prominent, because they like you for that period of time, and then once they're already done with what your bullshit or whatever, and I don't want to work things out with you, it's over.
Yeah. Because, I honestly, I can agree with you on that, like, up to a certain extent. And with that, it's like, because honestly, I believe that people base their relationships and their problems too much on society, too much on social media and all these things like that. And they paint a picture of, like, all these grand balls and stuff like that, and like, travel the world with my one and only. And it's like, man, I travel the world. I go by myself. And I spend a lot of money. And I work a lot. If my partner is not doing the same thing as much as me, I'm not going to I can't be able to, like, to support that right there. Like, come on. But all of a sudden you see, like, it's all perfect. Oh, we're going to college. Let's go to college. Oh, we met each other. Oh, yay. And then afterwards, we both got degrees. We both got the best jobs of our lives. Like, it's all perfect in one neat order. You know what I mean? And they realize, like, no, it's not. It's work to keep it like that.
Yeah.
So they think love, it's just you're going to fall in it. You know what I mean? They're telling you you're falling in love. You know what I mean? So they're thinking, like, oh, I'm just going to fall in it. And then once I fall in it, I can't get back up. But no, all that stuff is work. And that's one thing people don't like to show is work.
Relationships, marriage, everything. It's a constant work. It's constantly working.
You need that
with
constant
each other.
work,
you constantly have to evolve. And I feel the definition of a relationship to me is sacrifices.
Oh, yeah.
You know why? Because nobody's going to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. Like, you can put a picture in your mind of what a perfect woman is. they're not gonna meet it because everybody has their own little things. But that's what a relationship is for. A relationship is to sacrifice your time, your patience, your your attitude, swallow your pride, whatever the case is. But to me, it just goes full circle because even at that, I'm gonna say like 99% of people when they don't want to put in the work.
They don't.
They don't want to put it. They want to get in a relationship. Everything is perfect, and that's it. You don't got to do anything. You don't have to, like I said, sacrifice some time. You don't have to swallow that pride. You don't have to watch this dumbass movie because they like it and you don't like it. But that's sacrifice.
It's all about
man.
A compromise.
It's compromise. It's doing something for that other person because nobody's perfect.
No, and again, it goes back to society, man. Making it look like it's all perfect, all simple and stuff like that. And you know what? I'm even gonna go as far as blame Hugh Hefner, man. Hugh Hefner and Walt Disney. Why? Why? You want to know why? I'll tell you why. Man, Hugh Hefner painted pictures for men that all women are gonna be fucking perfect. Busty women, booties. You know what I mean? It's all perfect, man. And no stretch marks, all in shape and everything. Ooh. Fine bronze tans and everything.
Oh, they're not like that?
No, don't get me wrong. There's a lot that I've dated like that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot like that, but they don't see all the hard and the work and dedication those women go through, man, in the gym, eating properly, like maintaining their diet and stuff for that. But.
And tying back to what you said with like Walt Disney, so Hugh Hefner desensitized men from like, you know what? Let me get with a good woman. Yeah. Instead, it's like
let me get with a superficial
hot ass woman with big titties, big ass, a nice smile, straight teeth, and all that. But your soulmate could be fucking Lupita in the corner who's missing some teeth and maybe is shaped like a potato, but she will love the fuck out of you.
Hey man, I'll get that money to fix your teeth, woman. Come over here.
And that's love. That is love, right?
I love you, boo boo.
And women though, with the Walt Disney, which I agree with you because they painted a picture that's not real.
What's the first thing that every woman says? Like, I'm a princess.
A princess.
I'm trying to find my Prince Charming.
I want the perfect wedding.
Like, woman, you're 28. Grow your ass up.
You got 5 kids. Get your ass back.
You know what I'm saying? Come over here, man.
The EBT line.
I want to be a princess. I'm trying to find my Prince Charming. I'm like, nah, girl. You need to get up and get out of that princess. And then if you want to stick to the fairy tales, man, every man wants a queen. A queen, not a princess. And I'll put that to the books. No one wants a princess.
Nobody wants the idea of wanting to take care of somebody.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Men don't like that shit. Mm-hmm. If I have it in my mind where this bitch wants to be taken care of, like as a wife, yes, but you need to position yourself that way. Yeah. If you present yourself as a queen, I'm bringing to the table what you're bringing in, then I'm going to treat you like a queen, where I'm going to give you anything. A princess is a child, an adolescent, immaturity.
That's trying to find their way, which is why they're trying to arrange a great marriage for both of them to build and learn. Like, I want a woman that's a queen to help me, push me, and give me advice to build our empire.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
That is the point. I think that if you're not working to get that in a relationship, then what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, what if, like I tell you, like, if I don't see myself marrying somebody, why am I wasting my time?
Exactly my
point. There's so much. There's only 24 hours of the day, and I'm trying to utilize everything. And if I just feel like you're gonna be fun for that weekend, then I'm gonna have you for that weekend, and that's it. You're not gonna be nothing else.
Sometimes that happens, man. Like,
and it happens more than you find girls that you really want to talk to.
Yeah, actually nowadays it's just a routine.
It's crazy, man. But I think the titles have changed now because I think men are more emotional than women nowadays. Women are starting to realize that they have power in their pants. Yeah. That vagina fucking carries a lot of fucking power.
I'm going along with that with you as well. You know what? I'm going to have to agree with you on that. I can't really deny that. Because I've seen a lot of, like, sappy men, man. And I'm like, and it's not a bad thing, you know? Like, You know,
Like the
they're
roles
just.
are reversed.
It's like a masculine man. Like, when I was growing up, man, we played a lot of sports or something like that, and we didn't have to try to project our testosterone out
Yeah.
to act like a man.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Something like that. It's like we knew we're masculine, or you know what I mean, or like me, I'm considered a metrosexual and stuff like that, and I'm feminine in some of my ways, but a lot of times I'm very
What is a
masculine.
metrosexual?
And like, they consider, I guess, the metrosexual.
Like dressing nice, smelling nice,
It was
keeping up
I
with your
guess
hair.
of a person, of a man, with more feminine traits
Yeah.
than masculine and so on.
You're a good looking
Someone
guy.
like, for example, like me, like back in the day, only women would get pedicures or manicures. Now it's men and women. Back in the day, women will only get their eyebrows done. Now it's men, getting eyebrows done.
I mean,
Things
there's
like that.
nothing wrong with
someone
looking nice.
There's not.
There's
not
nothing
at
wrong
all.
with looking nice, dressing nice, because honestly, like I said, a lot of things ties up in with you, man. Like when I started hanging out with you and going out and stuff, I started to dress nicer. I started to take care of myself, about my presentation, and then a lot of guys that were men or that were, and honestly, they were just fucking ugly, overweight, old, whatever the fuck. And they would just be hating. They'll be like, "Oh, well, you're metrosexual. You like to what? I like to fucking comb my hair. I like to fucking shower twice a day and smell nice. And I'm sorry that my clothes are fitted and they're fucking name brand sometimes. I don't fucking know, but it's not my fault that I'm that way.
Yeah.
And that you wear fucking baggy clothes, you stink, you fucking are overweight, and you don't fucking care about your appearance. Like, that's not my fucking fault.
Yeah.
And I tell people that, I tell guys all the time, like, oh man, like, I thought you were gay at first. I'm like, all right, I'm sorry. I don't know why. I mean, because I was around a bunch of bitches. I don't fucking know. But I mean, I guarantee you I fucked more women than you. Maybe not you in particular, but but I've you know what I'm saying? I've had my share. But my thing is, the roles are reversed in the sentiment type, where like women out here are fucking dudes and not giving a fuck.
No, seriously, they are.
They don't give a fuck. They're like, man, like I fucked Fabela on Tuesday, and then I fucked Alexander on Thursday, and they're cool with it.
Yeah, man. I actually like. And you know what I mean? It was this girl, man. We're just friends and everything. And believe it or that, man. Yeah, she was telling me straight up. She was like, "I just want to have fun." I'm like, "Cool." I'm like, you know what I mean? I wasn't even thinking about that, but okay. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay. Like, it happens sometimes. This and have fun. She was like, "But I'm serious. Like, it's just fun. That's it." You know what I mean? I'm like, okay. And she's like, "Well, the last guy I was talking to didn't understand what I was meaning." And I said, "Well, do I look like the last guy you were talking to?" You know what I mean? I'm like, she's like, "No." But like, yeah, she was serious like that. It was like, you know what I mean? It was just like going out, having fun stuff. No, actually, she was younger. It's all this age and stuff, how it's so different now. Like you said again, like they're becoming more of the, just promiscuous and not giving a F if you're gonna call or text back, or we're sleeping together. What are we now? We're married. You know what I mean? Like nowadays, no, she straight up like, "Wham bam, thank you, sir. Oh, I gotta go." I'm like, "Well, thank you very much, cause I'm sleepy." You know what I mean? Like,
I didn't want to call an Uber right now.
Yeah. You know what I mean? She just dipped out. You know what I mean? And she didn't text or message me until probably another week or two later. Like, "Hey,
let's hang out.
You're gonna do it? Let's hang out again." You know what I mean? Like,
fucking perfect.
You know what I mean? And like a lot of people frown upon that. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry, man.
Casual sex is a necessity, man.
Sometimes it is with busy people. I'm not gonna lie about that, man. Like, everyone has. You know what I mean? I believe generally that the being sexually active is healthy. You know what I mean? Like, I believe it's very healthy. You know what I mean? You either do it with your other partner. You know what I mean? Like many times, or you do it with a person that's not partner. It's just casual sex many times, or just be promiscuous, but just keep it all safe and fun. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, that's perfect. See, but people don't like to take that because they like I said, they have to be some sentimental attachment, right? Women need to like you and like feel something for you in order for them to have sex with you, right?
Exactly. I believe that.
All right, and I get it,
in a certain.
but to me, it's just like casual sex is a necessity, and I haven't had more casual sex in my life until like I started meeting older women. Older women, and I'm not saying, I'm sorry, I'm gonna take that back. Not older women to like in a standard, because an older woman for me would be 30.
Yeah.
And for you, that would be your age, right? You're like, your age bracket.
Yeah.
But when I started meeting, let me rephrase that. When I started meeting more mature women that understand, you know what I'm saying, like the difference of Walt Disney and Hugh Hefner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they understand like the reality of it.
The reality, exactly, because now they went through their hardships and breakups, and they know it is. For example, like another woman, and I wasn't dating at all, you know what I mean? And she would just call me, like just to hook up, and she was a nurse, she was constantly busy, and she constantly stayed busy and stuff like that, and she like started telling me, she's like, oh, everything's great and stuff like that, and we'll just go wham bam, thank you, both of you, and that's it, and nothing more, nothing else. And there's the one time she just like, we're sitting down just shit in the wind, and she's like, I would never date you. I'm like, okay.
Of course.
I'm like, okay. Okay, that's good. She goes like, well, first of all, I don't like I know you only in the sense to call you just to talk, just like simple talk, and then just that's it. And she goes, if I was gonna date you, we would have to talk, get to know each other, know more about our lives, this and that. And she was like, yeah. She goes, that's right. I pretty much wouldn't date you. I'm like, why? She goes, you're nothing that I would find dateable. I said, and she goes, so I know I wouldn't fall for you. I'm like, well, that's great. She goes, you're an asshole. I know you won't text me back. I know you won't call me. I know you won't check up on me. So there's no feelings in that. And she goes like, I'm like, well, that's the reason why you gotta state it out first. You know what I mean? And I feel like sometimes there's too many people out there trying to lie. You know what I mean? Why not?
For sure,
why not just get it out there, man? Like there's there's a million and one people in the world.
And it's not even about lying about like, trying to just fuck. Like, hey, like I want to be your boyfriend and I want to do this just to get in there and fuck them. It's lying to just getting pussy. Like I just faking it. Like
I just don't get that, honestly, man. And honestly, and you can put this on the record of the books, man. I have not ever like told a woman, oh, I love you, oh, I wanna marry you, I'll take you to the moon and back, just to get laid, man. Like you know what I mean? I've never done that. And the majority of the time, it's the women that come on me. You know what I mean? Before I can even do anything.
Yeah.
No, and
I get that.
It's just crazy, man.
Men do that. Men, like I said, men lie about their income. Men lie about their life. Men lie about their accomplishments just so they can get pussy. Now, and those are the men that I tell you that are like, oh, you're metrosexual for fucking dressing nice. Those are the men that are a little bit overweight, or those are the men this and that. But the thing is, and I've said it, but to a girl that I was already fucking. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would marry you. But it's just more like playful talk that I'm just like, you know what? You're fucking boring, and I just want to lighten up the mood. Let me just tell you that I would marry you. And I'm, like I said, I'm a fucking asshole. I'm a motherfucker, man. Like, I agree, and I know that, but it's just, women nowadays, they just feel like they're entitled more than ever before. Like, they feel like they want to be independent. They want to fucking get shit for themselves, and that's all good and dandy. But at the same time, they want to be treated like princesses, and they want to, and they want to be catered to. But you contradict yourself a lot. Like you want to be this and you want to be that, and then you don't want to do this, and then you do want to do that. Like
I've seen that a lot in women and stuff like that. They contradict themselves. They're very, very strong, independent, walking around and like doing well for themselves in life, this and that, and then once you get down into the middle and stuff like that, they're like breaking inside, wanting, like, you know what I mean, wanting like to be treated like a princess and a child that's very insecure with themselves, man. I'm not saying all women are like that, man, but there's many women that I've come across and I feel it. I'm like, whoa, you need to help yourself.
Women, are most people in general are broken, bro. Like I feel that you are the way that you are. I am the way that I am because of the shit that happened to us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
The heartbreaks, the anger, the animosity. that changed you, that developed you into how you see women, how you see relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So me telling you I don't believe in love is because I've been through some shit, and I guarantee you that nobody's gonna prove me wrong with that, man. Like, okay, when's the last time that you've seen? Let's just I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna be fair. This last 10 years, and these last 10 years, how many people that got together in 2008 and are still together now, whether they're married or
all my friends.
Anybody.
Oh man,
in the last 10 years. Because people are like, oh, well, my grandparents have been together 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. Yeah, because they didn't have internet.
They didn't have nothing. It's
they
a whole
didn't have
different
social media.
ballpark,
They
man.
didn't have Tinder where
It's
they
a whole different ballpark.
where they break up with their dude and then get on their phone and they
start, like,
and
picking
get a
them.
button and you can see 500 motherfuckers in a 10-mile radius that would fuck you. They didn't have that.
Nah.
Now, in the past 10 years, who do you know whose relationship has lasted? And even if they have lasted, which one of those were faithful? Which one of those were?
I'm gonna have to say that because that's what I just thought right now. I go, I know a good amount that have stayed together, but I also know some of the dirty dirt that they both don't even know about each other.
That's my fucking point.
I know that, and I wouldn't say it, you know what I mean, but I know a lot of couples right now, and I'll look and tell you guys, I know your motherfuckers are not faithful with each other. I can spit it out and tell you exactly who you guys are doing wrong, man. But
couples that are 70 years old and been together 40 years, even that motherfucker was probably beating up some bush in the fucking 70s.
I remember that joke, man. That one time that they were saying about this couple, like they were in their 70s, they're all old, and this man was like just still there, like giving her kisses at the park and giving her flowers at the park, this and that, and then all of a sudden the guy finally goes over there and asks him, like, how did you do it all these years? And then he took the man to the side and said, cheat.
Yes.
Fucking cheat. I'm like, wow, man.
I heard that
really?
from a Dane Cook stand-up. He was like, cheat, bro. Cheat your fucking ass off. And I was like, yes, dude, say the truth, bro. Say the fucking truth.
Oh, man. That's so funny.
But my thing is, it ties back to me saying, monogamy, bro. We're not meant to be with one person. We're not meant to be with one woman the rest of our lives. We want to because that's how society has made it. But be honest with yourself, bro. Like, be completely honest. Let me ask you a question without even saying names. Like, don't tell me the names of any women. But have you ever been in love?
I have been in love.
You've been in love, like where you felt like I would spend the rest of my life together with this one woman.
One time.
Right? Okay, one time you have that. Everybody has at least that one person.
Yeah, always. One time, okay, man.
So let me tell you this. If you can go back in time and change everything that happened, knowing what you know now, and knowing that you still have, because how old are you? You're like 30, what, 33? 34?
34.
34.
Mm-hmm.
You still have like at least fucking 50, 60 years left of life. So knowing that, would you go back in time, change things so you can be with that woman for the rest of your life? Would you take back all the experiences, all the women, all the good times that you've had with other people?
No, I wouldn't. But this is more on the fact that, like, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I believe honestly that generally majority of people, the person that they truly love, they will not be with.
Yeah.
Because I honestly do believe that majority of people get together, get married for convenience.
Yes, dude. And, that's why marriages don't work.
For me, relationships are an inconvenience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't push me to go my methods. It doesn't push me to do what I want. It doesn't. You know what I mean? It's so much simpler to like stay away from a relationship and do 10 times better in life than being in a relationship and realizing, like, damn, like, I have to constantly text this person, let her know I'm okay. I have to constantly call this person because they want to talk. Yeah, it becomes more of an obligation, and I know people might think of that in a bad way and stuff like that. Oh man, you know what I mean? Oh, why are you looking at it like that? You know what I mean? Blah blah. Like, well, you gotta look at things something like that.
Because
okay,
so that's because you're a busy person.
I'm
you got a lot of
person.
Shit going on for yourself, and you want to accomplish stuff. But see, like one of my buddies was actually just telling me earlier today was that because we were talking about something similar, where it's like women want a successful man.
Yeah, they don't want to be one.
They don't want to go through the shit that
I
that
put
guy
that
has
in the
to.
damn books right there. They do not want to. They do not want to be there, man. They rather have that fucking bum sitting on the goddamn
Yeah,
couch,
because they.
and for them bitching and yelling at that bum. You know what I mean? But yet they love him to death somehow, some way. And
You know
stuff
why?
like that.
Because that bum can give them time.
Yeah,
That bum
he
will
can give
fucking,
him time.
will kiss her feet.
This,
Will fucking do all
yeah,
that shit.
exactly.
And
And
a successful man is fucking busy being
yeah,
successful.
and then
doing
they
a
don't
lot of
understand
fucking
that how
bullshit.
successful it is. You know, this is one time I'm gonna speak about my ex, man. And this one time, man, like I was, I'm a GM of a high volume bar, and now I'm a GM of the high volume bar and a GM of a venue. You know what I mean? And a lot of people was like, "Oh man, you're just a bartender," blah blah blah. And then they realized like, "Oh my God, no, you're not just a bartender. You're the general manager." I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Man," like they always feel like, "Oh yeah, I just want to date the general manager, this and that." No one wants to do that. Why? Because I'm constantly busy. When
Yes.
something happens to the bar, I have to be there. Not one day is ever the same. I'm either working for for 7 hours in one day, or I'm working 20 hours in one day. Why? It depends on the events. It depends on something that happens at the bar. It depends if I need to do something, payroll, checks, check on bartenders, make sure things are done. Like it's just constant need of that. You know what I mean? And then the women is like looking at me like, "You are always at the bar. You're living at the bar." I'm like, "Yeah, that's what the general manager does.
Yeah.
We run the bar. We make sure the bar is doing well. Like you really think that I'm just gonna be sitting at home like, oh, the daisy, like, oh, don't worry about the bar. I'm the GM. I'm just gonna be chilling and relaxing. Like, no, man, you got to be hands on deck.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
brother,
They need
yes,
that person.
dude. Like,
And then,
so, you know, and to fucking agree with you, because I'm a GM of a store, of a location, and and women, I would talk to some women and they'll be like, "Well, you're the boss. You can do, you can leave whenever you want."
yeah,
Yeah, but do you think I got to where I'm at because I fucking do shit like that?
yeah,
Like just because I'm not paid hourly or whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
I can just leave wherever and I can do it. Yeah, I have that privilege. But you think I am where I am because I just take advantage of shit like that? Of course not. I got where I'm at because even though that I don't get paid hourly, I'm still putting in fucking 50, 60 hours a week. I mean,
Yeah.
who knows? It could be more, it could be less. I
more or
don't fucking
less,
know.
but you just don't know.
Women like the idea of a man that has everything going,
Together.
but they don't want to fucking put up with it.
They don't, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
why they want that bump.
They
Because if they're having a hard day and they get off, they have a regular 9 to 5 and they want to talk to somebody about it, that bum ass motherfucker is gonna be there at the couch
Yeah, of
talking
course,
to him
just
about
waiting
it.
there and talking,
And the guy that is successful, he's out there making moves.
yeah, he's
out there doing
constantly
all this
working and getting things done, and that's what they don't understand. Like I believe from my past experiences that they didn't understand. They thought the idea of it was great and grand, but when they see the hard work and dedication that you're actually doing, they don't like that, because all they're gonna constantly hear is doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that for the bar, and they're like, when's me time?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, we can do your me time, but if you're constantly wanting that, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
Because
for sure.
that's another reason why I believe that everyone should go through their experiences of hardships and breakups. You know what I mean? Live, laugh, have fun, do whatever you want, and then get married at a later age. Because you know what? When you're trying to strive and be successful and make an empire, you don't got time for anyone else. You need to focus.
Unless you're lucky enough to find somebody with that
same mentality.
And it's
exact mentality. Unless that happens, but that's very rare. You know what I mean? There's at times that a man and a woman come together like, I like you too. Let's defeat this purpose and make it work.
Yeah.
And that's when they both have.
You get these women now that are
yeah.
watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians or fucking Teen Mom and
they want to be exactly the same way.
And
you know?
they fucking are.
Like, oh yeah, Team Mom. Oh, let me get pregnant. Let me contact Team Mom. Don't worry about it. You know, let me get famous. Or they're doing something dumb and stupid like cash me outside. How about that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, are you serious, man? Like,
I'm telling you,
know what I mean? Like that crazy ass girl. You know what I mean? Like, no, man.
It's a generational thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? That work ethic, that strive for betterment. I'm not saying that all of these millennials or younger people are like that, but I'm saying there's definitely a change in effect
Yeah.
because a lot of these people now, a lot of these kids are just entitled, man. They feel like everything is owed to them and they want to get this done. They're not
Mm-hmm.
willing to put in 50 hours a week. They're not willing to put all their fucking effort into a bar or a venue and do
They're
that.
not, man.
But even talking about that, what because like I said, I know you've been working on this shit forever. The last couple times I've been talking to you, it's always been about you opening up this bar, this venue, and it's you. I've seen you putting a shitload of work on it. But what is it like? What's the name? Where it's at? What you got going on there? Because I know.
The name of the bar and nightclub that I'm actually working on, it's called 800 Live. It's on the South Strip of on Main Street. Right, it's about 3 blocks away from San Antonio College. It used to be called
Saint.
a very short time. Yeah, the Saint,
The
as
Saint.
most people know, in a very short time before that, something called Queendom or something like that.
No, I don't even remember.
Don't even remember that either. Pretty much, it was that quick, right?
I just remember the Saint. 'Cause
and,
I got kicked out.
my whole idea for this was it came again, like going back to my ex, actually, me thinking of she said that you know, she was all in it for me and stuff like that when I showed her my views and my vision, my passion for the club and the bar scene and the night scene and stuff, like things that I want to bring to San Antonio and things I want to do, like with the night scene and stuff. You know, I mean, that was my passion to do it, and eventually it all changed. And she's like, she goes, I still remember the day, yeah, like, you know, she's all like, you're never gonna amount up to anything. You know what I mean? Nothing. That's not a real job. You're just like a bartender. And I'm like,
Was that your
looking
most
like
recent
that.
ex?
Yeah, actually it was. And I still remember that cleanly. And I'm like, wow, man. I'm like, you know
That's
what?
fucking
I
wild.
was like, you know, honestly, like, it didn't fucking bug me at first. It took a moment to fucking kick in and settle, man.
To settle
I'm
in,
like, all
this
right.
fucking
I'm like, that's cool, that's cute. You know how I am. I'm like, bye. Like, cool. You know what I mean? I
Wait,
go
hold on.
home.
Let me. Is this the ex that was with you at your birthday at that one time that?
Yeah. The ex of the birthday, yeah, man.
Okay. Now I
That
know
girl
who it
right
is.
there, man. Yeah.
So many women. I don't know
Yeah,
which one it is.
yeah. That one for my birthday of 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the same one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I'm like, wow, like I'm
I would
okay.
be the same way. I'd be like,
like,
first off,
whoa.
I'd be like, bitch, what?
First of all, I wanted to say this, and it's also on record. You can prove that shit right there. I was like, I straight up said, I'm like, are you serious? I make more money than you. Straight up. You know what I mean? And she works for like a broker's office, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I make more money than you, woman. Like what you talking about?
That is
You know what I mean? Like,
wild.
and I told her like that. I'm like, you know what?
But what
Dipping out.
prompted that? Why
I don't know,
why did a certain change?
I have no idea. I feel like maybe it was insecurities, maybe resentment and stuff like that.
But for
just,
what?
Just talking too long, man. You know what I mean? The night scene, it's at times it's rough. It's hard, man, for you to see your significant other talking to people nonstop, talking to different women nonstop.
Did you think that you
and
cheated
men.
on her or what?
There's a lot of times and places where she felt I was talking to other people, and you know what I mean. She felt like that person liked me, so she wanted me to have her go to it and like, oh, make it know I'm his girlfriend, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? It was
Just
just
make it a
a
point,
lot of
yeah.
to make it a point and stuff like that. And you know, everyone knows that when you're a bartender and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, you're dating a bartender.
You're dating a bartender.
Slash
You know,
manager. You
majority of the
gotta
time, like
fucking
I'm going
understand.
home at the end of the night. I'm going home, you know, to you, and while I'm at work, I am like making conversation, being a charmer, and speaking to anyone possible to give me tips, to give me their attention, to give me their money. You know, so you're gonna do that nonstop until you know the bar closes. But then, like, do you go home to that person? So why bother? Why worry? You know what I mean? You see the phones, you know, you see the texts and stuff like that. There ain't nothing different. You know what I mean? Why be so insecure? But that thing, that's when it started and just started riling up, and I just feel like more like it was the resentment, like I was telling you. But
How old is she?
she's about 31. She's 31. Yeah, she's a little bit younger than me.
Still like
Yeah.
like old enough to not.
She's one of the people that believes in fairy tales still. I tell you, she's a princess.
Mm.
She has a princess syndrome up to the max. She got her way all her life, and she treated men like doormats. If you don't listen to her, you know what I mean? Like it was her way or no way and stuff like that. And I was the first guy that she dated. Like I didn't I solely believe in 50-50. I solely believe in compromising communicating and all that. You know what I mean? But her was like, it's my way. These are my core values.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it. Period. It's not else is gonna happen. I said, you don't understand. Like, you gotta compromise on that, even if it's a core value.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, she was at just too extreme on one spectrum, and I was on this spectrum. I said, I'm okay to go towards the middle of the spectrum, but for it to work, you need to move from that extremity and come towards me somewhat, you know. But that's how it sparked it a little bit and stuff. And then she's all like, she wanted me to up and quit. I'm like, oh, sorry, right there. I was like, you want me to just to up and quit? Like being a general manager of the bar, that's a high volume that needs me and stuff like that.
What was her plan? What is she?
That's why I thought, what the fuck is the plan? Well, what's your plan there? I'm like, are you gonna pay all my bills? Like, are you gonna pay like for my children? You know what I mean? For you know, like my daughters, you know, and like, are you gonna do this? Are you gonna do that? Like, no, like this up and quit because I said so. I'm like, no. I'm like, we're grown adults. We have
shit to take care of.
We have stuff to take care of.
But that's what I'm telling you. That's why I asked the age, because I'm like, that's a little old for that bullshit.
Yeah,
that's a little.
Yeah, and like I said, she had like high princess syndrome, like crazy, man. Like, I'm like, woman, you need to grow up. I mean, but it's cool. It's cool. You know what I mean? Like, you know. But I thank her for that though. You know what I mean?
I bet
she made me learn, and honestly, that's the only thing I thank her for. Honestly, is you know what I'm saying? Like, I thank you for pushing me to this point, because you know what? This is what happened. You know, she put that into my head that I wasn't gonna amount to anything. You know what I mean? And I thought of it. I'm like, wow, this person that said she loved me, this person that said she wanted to be with me for the rest of her life, just stomped on me, on my fucking dreams.
Fuck, man.
And I'm like, what?
That's what I'm saying, man.
And I'm telling you, it took me like a day or two later. I left her house after that. I'm telling you, I literally said like 3 other sentences after that. I'm telling you, I had to deal with like, I make more money than you. I'm like, I'm higher in life than you. I don't have to take this shit. I'm leaving. You know what I mean?
Petty to the max.
Yeah, I'm like petty. Yeah. Everyone knows me, man. They say, Fabela, you petty as fuck. Yep, I am. I'm very petty. Yeah. So, you know what? I'm going to tell you, like, that's what she said. You're not going to amount to nothing. You're just a bartender.
That's what I'm saying. I guarantee you that pushed you.
It did push me.
And I've never seen you more active, more passionate about something out of the fucking 12 years that I've known you.
Yeah.
Until right now. But, so back to the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Why 800 Live? Why did y'all name it that?
Well, for that, she gave me that idea in my head of, you know, me amounting to nothing. I'm like, you know what, she's right. Going to work every day, coming back home every day, back and forth, doing nothing, doing a routine back and forth. I'm like, and I'm thinking about it. I'm like, you know, this is totally right. You know, just putting that idea in my head that I need to do more. I had created a vision. Mm-hmm. And with that vision, created the start of 800 Live. And what I was thinking about it, like I love music, I love artists, I love different types of cultures, and that's what I want to bring to this table right here. You know, 800 Live Bar and Nightclub isn't just a simple regular bar or venue. It's something where I want to bring masses of people together that love the same things, that love music, that love art, that loves like some type of genre, and just be together all in one room and look at each other when they're not even knowing each other, saying, yeah, you like that? You like that? Yeah. And they just smile and just continue looking at the artist, continue looking at the live band, continue looking at the DJs, you know what I mean? Art shows and any type of just culture that we bring down into our bar, man. That's what made me have this vision that I need to do that. I need to work. And from there, I just continue pushing my very close friend and owner of not just 800 Live, the new bar that we're pulling up, but also Club Essence on the Point Restaurant and the Annex on the main street. You know what I mean? He's pushed me as much as possible, and now he's like, here you go. He goes, you want your dream, you want your visions, go ahead and do it. And that's what I've been doing for the past 3 months, is making this bar and nightclub like happen. And
who came up with the name?
The name, me and Stan, which is the owner, we sat down and thought about it. Okay, he's like, Fabela, what are we gonna name this place? And we were sitting down there like eating like breakfast, just like talking, discussing. I'm like, you know what, man? You go out of that old nasty building. The only thing I like are those numbers right on the side on Main Street, um, on Lexington. It says 800 on there,
Oh,
right
that's
next
the
to a
address.
yeah,
Oh,
the
okay,
address is
okay.
800, and it has a marquee sign right there, and it's like 800. I'm like, man. I go, why don't we just call it? And I go, why don't we just call it 800, but add something to it? You know, just call it 800 something. He's like, you know, you're right. And we started thinking, you know what I mean? Live is a good venue, and people love it and stuff like that. And then he's all like, we're kind of doing similar things towards them. And he goes, how about you? And I was like, you know what? A lot of people always confusing live for live, and how about we just do 800 live, so people can know that it's live.
Live.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And then that's when it just sparked. He goes, done. Let's put it together and let's
That's
start
dope, man.
doing it.
I like that name,
And
800 Live.
yeah, 800 live. So that's how it came, and then we made it done. Like that's what it's gonna be. 800 live bar and nightclub. Like I said, that it's a mainstream venue that we're bringing all types of genres of artists, bands, and DJs in. It's also to bring to the table. It's gonna be it's divided in two sections. The front section is going to be a craft high volume bar that has many themes throughout the week, and the back area is going to be our venue. The front high volume bar is going to have it's going to be open from 7 days a week from 4 to 2 a.m. The back venue bar will be open Wednesday through Saturday, and then we'll have pre-sold tickets, and of course the 18 and up will be allowed to come in some of the shows that we sell. You know, depending on
Yeah,
the
because I mean,
genre
I
of
went in
music.
there when you had your soft opening,
Yeah.
and before you had it all decked out.
All
and
decked out and
everything.
together. Yeah, I just
man.
had the front done.
I was like, that bitch is big. That could
Yeah,
fit a lot
it's
of
huge.
people. I
It's
mean, if
huge.
people that know,
It's crazy. And it's not even. You know, it's not fully. We have so many ideas to bring to the table.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People that know the Saint from back in the day, they know how big it is.
Yeah, and yeah, they did know, and that's what they're like. The first thing they say when they walk into the door is like, this energy, this ambiance is very very different, but really good. And I'm glad to hear that. You know what I mean? I'm telling everyone, I'm bringing. I solely believe in diversity. That is my vision right there, along with like bringing people all together. You know what I mean? All types of people. You know what I mean? Progression and diversity is like the future for me. And if you don't change, you know what I mean, you know, for the future, you know, and you don't believe in diversity, nothing can progress after that.
Exactly. You need to change because not only with time, with people, with likes, with energy, everything. Like if you stay stagnant, you're gonna fail.
Yeah,
You need to adapt
exactly.
to everything
You're
else
gonna
that's going
come
on.
content in life.
Yeah, and I like
Mhm.
that different genres. So what are you gonna have? What kind of music you're gonna have? What kind of
Um,
shows you're gonna have or what?
Well, right now I'm working with now we're collaborating with each other and stuff like that, and we agreed and stuff. He's doing my Thursdays college nights for 800 Live, and his name is Detonate. You know, Nate. He owns Maxed Out Labels and Group over there, and he's bringing in. He's gonna be bringing in more. He's gonna be bringing more of the EDM culture in, but along with other artists. We also have another promotional team, Empire with Nate McGarity. He's gonna be bringing more of the hip hop and R&B in. I am generally gonna be also wanting to bring in country people that love the country bands, and also
Yeah, it's a big venue. I mean, you can do a
you
lot
know,
of
it's a
shit.
big venue, so I'm open to everything and anything. Anyone who wants to come in and wants to try to do a show with me, just let me know, you know. And if I find it like well enough to do it, man, we'll open the doors to you. And this is a big thing, and it's gonna open. We already have a lot of shows booked for this up and coming future. Our grand opening is this Saturday, so you know I'm gonna have three artists, three DJs playing, mixing up in all of the rooms and stuff like that, and
On Saturday.
yeah, on Saturday.
The 22nd.
The
December
22nd.
22nd.
Yep, December.
When
22nd.
does it open? What time does it
And,
open?
the doors open at 9 p.m. DJs start mixing around 10:30. Between 10:30 11:30, also sponsored by Stoli, we're going to be doing some tastings of all their, you know, of all the, you know, their vodkas and stuff like that.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Damn.
Yeah,
dope, dope,
Stoli's
dope.
pretty good, man. You know, I've always loved Stoli, so You know, they extended their hand out for our grand opening. So it's gonna be some gifts, giveaways, while it lasts 10:30 through 11:30. You know what I mean? On us, you'll be getting Stoli on us. So come down and try out all their flavors.
For sure, brother. For sure.
Mhm.
Well, with with this, we're going to put in the link on there to check out the Facebook page and give a like and do all that. Is there anything else that they can find it at?
Yeah, you can find us on Instagram with the 800 Live Bar and Nightclub. You can also find us on Facebook. Again, 800 Live Bar and Nightclub. Check out our video that we just dropped today. We dropped the video there, and it lets you take a sneak peek in what we have to offer everyone, and it's just the tip of the iceberg. You guys start following us, like us on Facebook and Instagram, and I promise you, I'm gonna be bringing some of the best artists locally and and out of state of artists like down, and just be patient, and you'll see it coming, along with brunches. Along with karaoke nights, Latin nights, and all the good stuff with college nights as well. So you guys be ready for us, man. We're gonna dominate it now.
Awesome, brother. Well, like I said, we're gonna have all the links in. We're gonna push it. I'm definitely gonna be there on Saturday. I'll bring a whole crew of people and some women to take your mind off of the busy work, and then. And we'll see what happens, man. But awesome, brother. Well, we'll get everything going. I appreciate you. It's always a fucking pleasure, man.
You too, man. Thank you for having me on your show, brother.
Yes, sir.